A poorly dressed man named James walked into a luxury hotel in Miami and quietly sat in the lobby. His clothes were old, and his shoes were dusty. Two rich women sitting nearby looked at him and started whispering. "Look at him," one said. "He probably doesn't even belong here." The other laughed. "Maybe he's waiting for someone to give him money." A hotel staff member walked over to James. "Sir, this is a private hotel. Are you sure you're in the right place?" he asked politely but firmly. James calmly replied, "Yes, I'm just waiting." The women continued mocking him. "This is embarrassing," one of them said. James said nothing and remained quiet. A few minutes later, a black luxury car pulled up outside the hotel. Several well-dressed executives rushed inside. They walked straight toward James. "Sir, the meeting is ready. Everyone is waiting for you," one of them said respectfully. The entire lobby went silent. The hotel manager quickly stepped forward. "Welcome, Mr. James Carter. It's an honor to have you here," he said. The women turned pale. The same man they mocked was actually the owner of the hotel chain. James slowly stood up and looked at them. "I've learned something over the years," he said calmly. "People often judge others by what they see, not by who they truly are." The women lowered their heads, filled with shame. They realized they had judged someone without knowing anything about him. James walked away with dignity, leaving them speechless. Sometimes, the truth behind a person is far greater than what we see on the outside. Never judge someone by their appearance. Drop a heart if you believe everyone deserves respect. A young man named Ethan was running through a busy street in Chicago, holding his injured arm tightly. He was bleeding and clearly in pain. He stopped a group of well-dressed businessmen standing outside a cafe. "Please, I need help. Can someone call an ambulance?" he said weakly. One of them looked at him and frowned. "Not our problem," he said coldly. Another laughed. "Go bother someone else." Ethan tried again, his voice shaking. "Please, it's urgent." But they all turned away and continued their conversation. One of them even said, "People like him just create drama." Ethan stumbled away, struggling to find help. After some time, a security guard finally called for medical assistance, but Ethan had already lost a lot of blood. 2 days later, the same businessmen arrived at a private hospital for a high-value investment meeting with a top medical investor. "This deal will change everything for us," one of them said confidently. They walked into the meeting room and suddenly froze. Sitting at the head of the table was Ethan. Clean suit, calm expression, no sign of injury. The room went silent. The hospital director stood up and said, "Gentlemen, meet Ethan Walker, the chief investor and founder of this hospital network." Their faces turned pale. Ethan looked at them quietly. "I remember asking for help," he said. None of them could speak. Ethan continued, "You didn't refuse because you were busy. You refused because you didn't care." Silence filled the room. The businessmen lowered their heads in shame. The man they ignored and left in pain was the same one who now controlled their biggest opportunity. Ethan stood up and said calmly, "Never forget, the way you treat people when they have nothing defines who you are." He turned and walked away. That day, they didn't just lose a deal. They lost respect forever. Drop a heart if you believe we should always help others.